Greetings to you. Yesterday is gone. Today is here and almost gone. Tomorrow we want it to come, and we want it to become better than how yesterday and today has been. We want to win the race. You want to win the race. I want to win the race. But for us to win the race even much more better, we have to embrace grace. When God is in the race, it's easier to win the race. You are on a race to want to have a better life. You're on a race to want to get married. You're on a race to want to have children. You need God's grace. You're on a race to want to come out of that hospital bed and walk on your foot again and feel normal and feel well and recover from that sickness. You need God's grace. You're on a race to want to have a better job. You need the grace of God. You're on a race to come out of that heartbreak, to come out of that pain, to come out of that depression, to come out of that low life. You need God's grace. You feel down, you feel sick. You feel like no one is there for you. You feel like you're all by yourself. But you know you got something inside of you, but you just have no one around you to support you. You need God's grace. You want to win, but it's like you're not winning. You put in the effort, you put in the energy, but it's like it's not happening. Even the Bible says, it's not by might, it's not by our strength, it's not by our power, but it is by the Spirit of God. You see, when the Spirit of God empowers you, it's easier to win. The grace of God is important if we must win. When God is in the race becomes smoother and sweeter. If you must win, you need the grace of God. You need the grace of God to get that better job. You need the grace of God to get the life. You need the grace of God to get the business. You need the grace of God to get the kind of husband or the kind of wife that you want. You need the grace of God to move from the better yesterday to a much more better today and tomorrow. You need the grace of God to see better, to hear better. You need the grace of God to even be much more successful in your marriage, in your relationship. What is it? What race are you in? You need the grace of God to win in that race. We need God's grace to win. Embrace grace. It's not by your ability. You may feel that you have the intelligence. You may feel that you are intellectually sound. You may feel that you are graduated from the university, from the best university in the world. It's not all about that. When you know through God, you know better. When you win through God, you win better. When you run the race through God's grace, you win the race better. And listen, don't measure your race with that of another person. The yardstick of success of another person's race is not the same yardstick of success of your own race. Their race and the goal of their race may not be the same as yours. Win your race, understand your race, and win your race with God's grace. Understand that this is the way. God is the way. If you must win, as much as you've improved in your intelligence, as much as you've improved in your creativity, as much as you've improved in whatever that you need to physically do, submit, surrender to the grace of God. And through God's grace, you will win. Through God's grace, you will win. Embrace the fact that with grace, you can win the race. If you will win, if I will win, then we will win with grace. Have a wonderful day. Franklinichella is my name. God bless you.